Welcome to Fat Over 40. My name's Miles, and in this episode we're going to look at how to cope with an injury. Now, if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. There's a new film every single Friday, and if you like what you hear, then please give us a fat thumbs up. But more importantly, get involved and comment down below. Let me know what sort of injuries you've had and how you've coped with them. Now, in the past couple of years, I have got myself injured. I've had a knee injury, I've had a back injury, I've had a wrist injury, an elbow injury, and now I've got a shoulder issue. Apparently there's a small little muscle in the back of my shoulder there, in my rotator cuff, that isn't sort of firing, and I'm getting a lot of pain. Now, I've been a bit of a dick, and for the past sort of 6 to 8 weeks, it might even be more, it might even be a couple of months now, I have trained through it. Like an idiot, I've just sort of done the whole if there's no pain, there's no gain thing, and quite frankly, I've been a bit silly. So I thought it was important for me to record a video to remind myself not to be silly in the future, and to highlight a couple of bullet points that have helped me in the past and are going to help me get over my injury now. Hopefully this will help you too. So the very first thing I would say is don't use your injury as an excuse not to train. So many people I speak to, they're like, oh, I've hurt this, I've hurt my arm, so I'm going to lay off training now for a couple of weeks, and then a couple of weeks turns into a couple of months, and oh, they haven't gone back to training. So don't use it as an excuse, unless you're absolutely laid up. If you've hurt your arm, that means you can still use your legs, and if you've hurt your legs, that means you can still use your arms, yeah? So there's always something you can continue to do. Don't make excuses just because you got injured. Now, if you're going to be doing sport and you're going to be active, I suggest that you do find yourself a local sports therapist that's able to, give you a good diagnosis as to what is wrong and give you a good rehab program to make you get better and get back into shape, yeah? The final thing is make a plan, yeah? Don't just sort of be idle, make a plan and stick to it. So as far as my shoulder injury is concerned at the moment, I'm still working my legs, so a couple of times a week I'm working my legs, but every single day I'm doing my rehab to try and get my shoulder nice and fit again. Okay, so listen to your body, seek out a good sports therapist to give you a good plan in terms of your rehab. Don't use your injury as an excuse not to do anything, and make sure you make a plan and sort of stick with it. Well, a really good tip actually is that I could do my rehab at home, but I'm still going down to the gym to do my rehab, which you may think is a little bit silly. However, it still keeps me in that sort of that practice of going to the gym, that sort of the habit. So I found that helps me. So there we go. That's a nice short, sweet video, a few little tips there to help you get back from an injury. Now, in the last video, I talked about setting myself a challenge. And I've been talking to a few people over the last week, and I've decided on my next sort of big challenge. Now, I'm going to walk up the highest mountain in England and Wales, which is a mountain called Snowdonia. There are a number of ways in which to walk up Snowdonia, so I'm going to do a little bit of research on this. The key to it though is that I'm going to carry at least the weight that I've lost in a backpack with me, so over 30 kilos, which is quite a sort of significant weight. However, I think it might not be quite heavy enough perhaps to attract some sponsorship. I know that I'm going to have to make it pretty ugly for me to get people to spend their money for a good cause. So I'm going to put some more thought to it. I'm going to put some more thought as to which way I climb up the mountain. I expect it's probably going to be the hardest route. And then I'll set a date, and then I'll sort of set up a Just Giving page that people can contribute to the very worthy charity which I end up selecting. So I'll do an update video on this challenge in the future, but I thought I'd just share it out there. If you say it out loud, or if you put it on the internet, then that means that you've got to do it, right? Right. Okay, so if you didn't see my latest update video, then click here. If you've not seen Jess's lazy bum video, not Jess's lazy bum, my lazy bum with Jess in its video, then click here. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Click here. And if you make one change this week, listen to your body so you don't die fat.